On this episode of AMA Air, learn about one member's experimentation with aviation.
And meet another AMA staff member.
Plus, learn more about AMA special interest groups. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air. Hello and welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Chris Savage.
And I'm Erin Dobbs. Our AMA members are really celebrating the change of the seasons. The Ocala Model Flying Club will host a spring fleeing event on April 14th in Ocala, Florida. The event is a fun fly with food and beverages available.
The Scenic RC Flyers of Statham, Georgia will be holding a spring fun fly and swap meet on April 7th. There will be food, raffle prizes, paintball, and more, all with no landing fee.
The Foothill Flyers Spring Fly-In will take place on April 7th in Greer, South Carolina. As the event listing says, you bring it, you fly it.
The Warp Spring Fly-In will be held April 7th as well in Berwick, Louisiana. Quads to jets are welcome.
Raleigh Durham Radio Control will be hosting a spring fly-in on April 14th in Youngsville, North Carolina. The club urges attendees to bring whatever will fly.
Finally, the ARF RC Club will hold their Spring Fun Fly in Livingston, Texas on April 14th. The organizers ask that attendees bring non-perishable food items to donate to the local food bank.
For more information on these events or to find one in your area, you can check out the sanctioned event calendar in Model Aviation or at modelaircraft.org. So we have a lot of events coming up. So it looks like a lot of them take place in the South. I'm there.
I'm absolutely there. Coming out of this winter?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Well, coming up, meet an inventive AMA member.
Do you have a story you think we should have on AMA Air? Then visit air.modelaircraft.org and tell us about it by sending us an airmail. And if you're not already a member of the AMA, be sure to visit modelaircraft.org and sign up today.
The 2018 FAI F1D World Championship for Indoor Free Flight will be held in West Baden, Indiana, March 18th through the 23rd. In order to host the championships in the U.S., some members put in a ton of work to submit an application and worked with their special interest group and AMA to coordinate the event. Coming up later in the show, you can learn more about AMA special interest groups. Plus, be on the lookout for more coverage of the Indoor Free Flight Championship.
At the height of flying season, many of our members are busy with multiple club events. Some may check the event calendar online or in Model Aviation, or maybe others just hear about events mentioned right here on AMA Air. So an easy way to get recognition for your event is to sanction it. This can be done online through the Contest Coordinator portal or also by mail. To apply, fill out the event information, select your district contest coordinator, customize your event listing, purchase additional insurance if necessary, and finish checking out. Sanctioning offers protected draw area as well as date protection for like events. More information, such as deadlines for promotion in Model Aviation, can be found at modelaircraft.org.
A few deadlines are approaching on March 31st. As we mentioned last month, club charters will expire on March 31st. Leader clubs also must renew their status by March 31st. And if you wish to nominate an AMA member for the AMA Model Aviation Hall of Fame, forms are due on, you guessed it, March 31st. More information can be found at modelaircraft.org.
It is not uncommon to find AMA members that enjoy spending a warm summer afternoon flying at their club field. But for one AMA member, those days are also for some test flights.
Innovation and experimentation are the foundation of any new product.
I've been asked to tell you something about how I got into making these planes, which I refer to as Frankensteins.
And for AMA member Mark Rudes, that experimentation is half the fun of model aviation.
I get the name Frankenstein because they're all made from crashed or dead airplane parts, and I resurrect them from the trash.
Joe Menino's submission of one of Mark's creations recently appeared in the Viewfinder section in Model Aviation magazine.
Ted calls it the rocket plane. This plane is made of 2 pieces of foam from the dollar store, my own design, vertical takeoff, and the rest of the parts are salvaged from other experiments that didn't work out.
Those two foam pieces are interlocked and held in place using brown Gorilla Glue. More technical specifications can be found in the November 2017 issue of Model Aviation.
7 tries before I got it to fly. Paying more attention. That's lucky 7.
Of course, the rocket plane isn't Mark's only creation.
This one was made from parts from 13 different airplanes, thus the name 13. And these things are a lot of fun. Most of them actually fly. I've made maybe 20 or 30 of these by now.
With his innovative ideas, Mark is certainly busy with his hobby.
I am strapping the battery in on what I hope will be the low end of this.
Some of his designs are more non-traditional.
Try to get it to fly in this configuration, thus the arrows. Hopefully it'll fly that way.
Requiring a little experimentation.
Elevator and rudder.
And maybe a bit of luck.
We'll hope for the best.
Even though Mark's designs require multiple tests,
Going strong. Whoa! Whoa! Ta-da! You were doing okay, but I had no control.
Mark doesn't let it bother him.
Oh well. I'm sure the Wright brothers had their rough moments too.
Coming up, learn more about another AMA staff member.
Want more news and stories from the AMA and Model Aviation magazine? Subscribe to the new Media Minute newsletter. You'll get a quick look at some of the stories you might have missed from Model Aviation right in your inbox. And for the drone and helicopter enthusiast, the new Rotor Report is just for you. You'll find stories, tips and tricks, product reviews, and more from the world of helicopters and drones that will get your props spinning. Find these newsletters and others at www.modelaircraft.org/publications.
If you follow the National Model Aviation Museum on Facebook, as you should, you are probably familiar with Claire Aldenhuysen. Let's take a look at her story.
Hello, my name is Claire Aldenhuysen and I work here at the National Model Aviation Museum. You might know me as the host of Flyby and Ask Claire, but my formal title here is Museum Educator. Outside of work, I enjoy arts and crafts. I like to crochet. I self-taught myself a few years ago how to crochet off of YouTube, and so I make a lot of blankets because I'm always cold. Part of that is due to the fact that I am from California, so moving to Indiana was kind of a big environmental change for me, so I am constantly freezing. I also love cats. They are my favorite animal. I have 2 cats at home. Their names are Pepper and Apollo. Pepper is a Siberian forest cat. He is a big black monster. And Apollo is a dull-faced Persian. He's white, and so they're like salt and pepper. I got my bachelor's degree in 2009 from California State University, Chico in comparative religions with minors in art history and anthropology. And then in 2016, I graduated from the University of Washington, Seattle with a master's in museology. I wrote my thesis on food tourism, which is a big hobby and interest of mine outside of work. I might not look like it, but I actually love food, and I love trying any kind of local food that I can find. So if I'm traveling, I try to go where the locals go. I do love to travel. I got the bug a few years ago. In high school, I studied Japanese, and I got to go to Japan 2 times, and that was really cool. More recently, I spent a year abroad in Turkey. I lived in the capital, Ankara, and I also got to visit Germany and England, and that was really cool. I'd love to go to the rest of Europe. I'd love to see Italy, France, Germany. I recently did a 23andMe DNA test, and I'd like to do a heritage tour, so I'd love to go, obviously, to France, Germany, and Ireland. Ireland was a big surprise for me. I never expected that, so luck of the Irish, I guess. I can actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day now. It's like it's my heritage.
So when I first met Claire, or got to really communicate with her, was at Hops and Props, one of her first events here at AMA. So she included airplanes and adult beverages in one event. Of course, there was no flying.
Separately, correct.
There was no flying, but I knew she was awesome when she included those 2 things.
Well, she's so energetic. So what you see on Ask Claire is her exactly. That's why I love that program so much. I mean, that is her personality in a nutshell, and she's been such a huge asset here for us.
She sure has. Welcome aboard, Claire.
Well, coming up, we'll tell you a little bit more about AMA special interest groups.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
AMA has over 20 special interest groups, or SIGs. For a group to receive recognition as a SIG, they must meet 5 criteria. First, the group must require that all U.S. resident members who fly maintain a current AMA membership. The group must also maintain a working set of bylaws and elect officers biannually. Finally, the group must require annual renewal of its members and maintain a current membership list. Special interest group renewals are due March 31st. For more information or to apply for SIG recognition, visit modelaircraft.org.
That's all for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thank you for watching.
We'll see you next time, but for now, it's time to get flying.